Remember, this is the internet.
Mammal.
And an animal,
Yes.
animal. So you're an animal. I forgot, I can't even pronounce it. I used to say it all the time. Animal and mammal together. Aminal. Here we go.
Are you not an animal?
Me, no.
You're not.
Wow.
What are you?
Well, that's someone.
I'm a human.
You're a human.
Okay. And guess what? Humans are classified as what? Animals.
Humans.
Animals.
Are you a mammal, Sandman?
I'm a human.
He ain't gonna budge. He knows he got it. He's no way around it.
I'm a human, baby.
What is the difference between a human and an animal?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because I'm looking at the definition of.
Well, go to the zoo and you'll see what the difference is. They're behind.
Well, I see animals taking care of animals at the zoo. Is what I see.
Yeah.
At zoos, I've seen animals be pretty cunning and sly to get treats and communicate with other humans through nonverbal communication to get what they want. I see animals at the zoo, mothers taking care of their children, their offspring. I see the men or the males of other animals play a male role. So when you say go to the zoo and look at the difference outside of clothes, what is the difference?
Oh, big differences.
Okay, well, what's one of those big differences?
The intellect.
The intellect. So I've seen animals in the zoo be pretty smart about tricking humans into doing something and then swiping things they want.
How do you define animal, Sandman, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I don't know. How do you want me to define animal? Animal's an animal. Any animal.
That clears it up. Let me guess, a human's a human, right?
And a human's a human, yeah.
Wow.
What is a human? If I asked you, Sandman, to define to me what is a human and then what is an animal, how would you do that?
I would say I'm talking to a human right now, right? And you are talking to a human. And humans speak. They communicate verbally the way we do.
So a parrot's a human then?
No.
Why not? It communicates the way we do.
No, they can't have conversation like we do.
So do dolphins? Are dolphins not animals because they communicate with each other?
Well,
would you say that there's humans, dolphins, and then animals?
Human dolphins?
No. Would you say that they're humans because we communicate with each other? They're dolphins because they communicate with each other, and then there are animals because there's no communication.
Exactly. They're all in the same boat.
Okay, so are dolphins animals?
Are what?
Are dolphins animals?
Well,
because they have that communication with each other as well.
I know the definition of this one, Bond. No, a dolphin is a dolphin. Tell him, Sandman. Tell him.
Yeah, dolphin is a dolphin.
Big bad mama.
Okay, so would you say a dolphin's not an animal?
Well, put them in the animal category.
But why? If communication was your answer just now,
dolphins
have dolphins are able to communicate with each other. So if communication was your answer as to what separates an animal from a human, then dolphins should be in that same category that separates them from a human or from an animal because they have that communication.
Okay.
So, did you ever answer this one from BMM? It says Sandman was a Neanderthal, a human. It was.
I think the better answer would have been that we're specially created by God.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that right now, but I'm just trying to go with the earthly understanding of what? Because most people won't believe that, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's going to be a little bit harder. But if you use other metrics, it's going to fall apart eventually because of the I mean, you saw the dolphin example. So I think you should just go to the points. Like, this is why I actually believe this.
Oh, you think it's the better thing to just put out your whatever conviction you have, and
because if you'd have said that, I would have said, okay, I get it.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But if you were speaking to someone else, you would like, well, prove your God then, and prove this, and then go into details, and then that becomes a whole different conversation, right? I guess.
I mean, I think the only answer that you could give or someone could give that would differentiate humans from animals is the soul and God and special creation.
Okay. So are you an animal?
I said it earlier. Yeah.
So your soul, what do you have to say about your soul?
They're on the bottom of my shoes.
I don't know that I have a soul.
Okay. So that's why you say you're an animal.
Nope.
I have consciousness. I don't know that I have a soul.
What species of animal are you? What
I'm
Homo
a Homo sapien.
That's easy.
You're a Homo sapien?
Yeah. I'm straight though, no homo, but you know.
Yeah. You know they're gay when they have to clarify.
So
I know, right?
So it's okay. So that's a sort of.
Here you go.
This is a sort of animal, like Homo sapien.
You asked what species of humans were. Homo sapien.
I didn't say that. I said what species of animal, and
Homo
you said
sapien.
So I didn't know this was a sort of animal, Homo sapiens.
Well, yeah, because if you read what I put in there earlier of what an animal was,
so
we belong to the Animalia kingdom.
Animalia.
I'm no expert, right? There are people out there that are way more intelligent on this than I am.
A 3-year-old would be more intelligent.
These are all
both of us put together, Bond.
all of these descriptions and things that we use are just classifications based on a certain set of characteristics from what I can see
that you can find in the Bible.
Who
3:16.
What?
It's nothing. Forget it. Bad joke.
What? Who told you this? Where did you get your information from?
I got it from Pope Darwin.
Well, but Bon, what type of animal are you? Like, what kind of species are you?
Well, I'm a Homo sapien.
Okay.
And I am a great ape, a primate.
I wouldn't say so great. You're all right.
I'm a decent ape.
You're a decent ape. All right, I'll go with that. You're bonded.
I'm for the most part, pretty. I'm bipedal, hairless. Obviously I have hair, but there's a lot of characteristics that go into these things.
So your history comes from a species of ape? It's like you're a descendant of an ape in the past?
No. Ape is not an actual animal. Ape is like when you say fish, right? There's fish and there's many different types of fish.
It's like kinds.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So an ape is not an animal. You could say gorilla is an ape. An orangutan is an ape. A human is an ape. That sort of thing.
Okay. So you are from what animal that describes you most?
Well, the animal that describes me most is a human. But and Service joined, and I'm glad he joined because he is.
Oh, there we go.
Way more important.
BMM would have been up here by now. But he was disappointed that Sandman ignored his question, I think, earlier.
Whose question?
Big Bad Mama's. I don't know if it's the Neanderthal one or if you ever answered that one or not. If there's another one I missed, I don't even know.
Okay.
Fine, you ruined it. I was going to ask him to show me an ape.
Oh, my bad.
An ape?
Yeah.
Grape ape?
Monkeys?
Monkeys
Apes?
aren't apes.
Monkeys aren't apes. Yeah.
Gorillas? Chimpanzees?
Well, a gorilla's
Yeah.
a gorilla.
But they're not monkeys.
So so let me get this straight, Bon. You're saying that if we go back, you evolved from what?
Hey, wait, real quick. Classification is independent of evolution.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're a fun guy. You're not an ape. You're a fun guy.
Yeah. So even if God created everything, we're still animals by the definition in science.
And Jamie's still gay.
What
says
animal?
gay.
What
No,
animal do you come from?
Well, are we talking about evolution or classification?
I don't know. Start with evolution, then we can move to classification.
Oh, well, a long series of apes, and then
You had humans. There you go.
well, great apes, primates. You go all the way down through
Bonobos,
vertebra, eukaryote, down to animalia. There's like a bunch of animals.
So these are your ancestors?
Yeah.
Well, my grandma was a pissed off ape. If that helps.
There's and so like what happens? Like how do you go from being an ape to a human?
Well, I don't.
Nor will he ever.
I'm a human.
Well, you must continue to transform, no?
No, I must. Well, I mean, I do because your DNA changes as you age. Yeah. But no, I'll always be human, and my children will always be human. And a million years from now, if life's still around, they'll still be humans. They'll just also be more things.
But how come in the past we transformed and now it stopped?
So we didn't. We're still vertebrates.
Yes, we didn't transform.
We're still primates. We're still apes.
Yeah.
We didn't stop being those things.
No, but hold on. Speak for yourselves. I'm not an ape. Like I'm asking you guys.
You
whether you deny it or not, you're still a great ape.
Yep. I'm asking you guys. I'm asking who do you work for, bro?
I work for Manila Gorilla.
I work for myself.
Who sent you?
But if anyone wants to pay me to shill for evolution, go ahead and send the checks this way.
Who are you working for?
My ex-wife was a biology teacher, and she did do research in evolution. So
okay,
I did have that connection. So when people say you're just believing these faceless people that tell you these things, I was actually married to one of those people at one point. So,
but that doesn't matter because you both agreed, no?
We both agreed. No, at the time we didn't actually. I was a Christian. I was a young earth creationist at the time.
Oh, so she was the one. Okay.
So
I mean, I just looked at
were you an animal back then, Bond, or were you a human like Sandman?
I was in an interesting position. And then I just looked at once she got deeper into her studies and started doing the research, naturally I started reading more things. And so, I formed my own opinion about it, and I just saw the evidence.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, it's weird if you're with somebody that's studying something, because I was with a girl who was studying to become a phlebotomist. I knew as much about it as she did because I helped her study. I'd ask her the questions and give her the answers if, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't make me not a human or not even an animal, because I'm both. And I'm even a great ape. More decent than Bond, let's put it that way anyway.
Yeah, you got that large brain and curved spine.
Yep.
You don't have a tail. Yeah.
You got a tailbone, but you don't have the tail.
Yeah, you used to have a tail.
Yeah, I wish I had a tail now. That could come in handy.
Man, I still chase tail. Does that count?
How come we don't see proof of this today?
We do.
Yeah, constantly.
Proof of what? Wait.
What? We see like monkeys and chimps turning into humans?
Yeah, every time I look in the mirror.
No, they wouldn't turn into humans.
That's after like what? 10 bottles of vodka?
So wait, hold on. Sandman. Why would we see monkeys turning into humans?
Yeah.
Like,
why would we? Because it happened in the past. So my theory
question
is,
then would be,
if it happens in the past, why wouldn't it continue to happen in the future? What would you answer to that?
They just wouldn't become humans because of monophyly.
So you're saying that
became extinct.
Okay, but we have that race, those species today. How come they don't transform anymore? What happened to them?
Well, I don't want to know, Sandman. The real question is, if we have humans and we came from monkeys, why do we still have monkeys?
Okay, so if
atheist.
But I said, if we still have those species of monkeys and
I knew this was coming.
And apes,
I don't think
we don't see any of them transforming today, like half, like hey, look at that guy, he's in the middle of a transformation right now.
I'm pretty sure the common ancestor between us and monkeys don't exist anymore.
Right?
Why though? Tell me why.
I would have to look it up. I would have to look up what exactly that ancestor was. I don't know off the top of my head.
At that point, you're getting in like old world monkeys, new world monkeys, that sort of thing.
Is that how they justify it?
Justify it.
Well, no, because we're mixing two different things. There's classification.
About 20 things, you mean? I'll be right back. I gotta get something to drink.
So what you're saying is that we don't have those species of transformable type transformer apes and monkeys anymore. We used to, not anymore.
No, that's what all of us are.
Well, no, that's what you are, but that's not what I am. But
no, it's what you are, even if you don't know it.
Well, I mean, that's what you claim, but I don't believe.
Yeah, I mean, each of you believe the opposite on this. So
no, I'm just saying, how come we don't see that today?
We do.
We do.
You see what? You see an animal like an ape turning into a human?
We see evolution. We see evolution. Yes. We don't see what you're talking about.
We actually see other apes, and other monkeys starting to use tools and starting to evolve into different phases now.
Yeah, we've also seen bonobos separate from chimpanzees, and different bonobos separate and chimpanzees separate.
Right. But what does that mean though?
That means they're becoming new species.
No, they're just becoming they're educated. Someone's educating them, they're training them.
No, I don't mean tool use. I mean their behaviors are changing, their size is changing, their hair is changing. A bunch of things are changing.
Have their environment changed, maybe?
Yeah. Or
and that's why
drivers for change.
Right. They're changing into what though? You think they're going to turn into something that looks like us?
The chimpanzees are going to turn into a post-chimpanzee. We can make up a name for it, but we tend to not make up names until we see the thing.
Right. I don't think we'll ever see the thing.
Well, you probably won't. I probably won't either. Right.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will.
Well, people will in the future. Somebody will in the future. Granted, an asteroid doesn't destroy the Earth.
By common definitions of speciations, we've seen it happen in dogs.
Mm-hmm.
What have we seen happen in dogs?
Some breeds of dogs can't breed with other breeds of dogs. At least not without help.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
we also, I mean, if you want to see it happen quickly, what you have to do is look for organisms that change quickly, that populate quickly. Right? We've seen speciation in plants in the last decade. Right? Then decade before that, we've seen speciation in plants over and over again. We see it in bacteria like every day almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we don't see what you're talking about, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. We see what I'm just talking about right now.
Yeah. But we don't see an animal turning into a human.
Well, you wouldn't see animal. Humans are animals. Why would an animal turn into a human?
Human look like human.
That's what we are.
Have you ever seen a completely shaved gorilla or chimp?
No.
They look pretty human. Look at their hands.
They're not the same.
Well, I get that, but they're very similar.
Similar doesn't make it the same. Look at their face. Look at their eyes. Look at their structure. Their mouth. Their snout. I've
looked at their eyes. I've looked at chimpanzees' eyes. There's several documentaries with chimpanzees following them, and you look at them, and it's like looking in another person's eyes.
Yeah.
Have you? There's I forget the name of the documentary, but there was some researchers that were following this tribe of chimps, and it was, dude, that documentary was wild. Like, they got a lot of close-ups on them, and it was like looking into a person's eyes, and then seeing how they reacted to certain things and how they conducted themselves. It was pretty mind-blowing.
I bet you won't find a scientist who've ever seen this happen.
I won't find a scientist who's ever seen
it. I talk to scientists literally every day that do this for a living.
Yeah.
I was married to a scientist.
You won't find one scientist who's seen a monkey turn into a human over time.
See, you keep saying a monkey turn into a human. So you're straw manning the thing from the very beginning.
Yeah, we wouldn't see a monkey turn into.
Well,
there's a rule. Monophily.
Without trying to straw man anything, you're never going to see it.
So Sandman.
No, you're never going to see it. You're never going to find. Even if you go back in history, someone who actually saw this evolution happen.
Okay. Do you know what the law of monophily is, Sandman? Do you know what that is?
We see evolution every single time someone has a baby.
Yeah.
Who's speaking?
That's very, very micro version of it. Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, but it is still evolution. It's the exact same principle. It's the exact same function process. It's
ancient aliens.
That's great. That's nice. I don't buy it.
So Jane Goodall, I think you were talking about Bond.
What? Why
Bond's
don't you buy that?
Bond's an animal.
Well,
you're all animals.
I gotta watch out. I gotta bring a muzzle or something.
You gotta muzzle me, yeah.
We're all animals.
He was asking about.
You are animals, not me.
Well, I'm sorry, but you are. What would you be if you were not an animal? Animal is just a group of beings. There are animals, there are plants, there are minerals. We're animals.
Not me.
So what are you? A voice?
He doesn't have a curved spine, or he's not a eukaryote.
He's not bipedal.
Not bipedal. Yeah, he doesn't reproduce sexually.
That's weird.
Very weird.
I mean,
maybe he has a tail.
Well, don't we all? I mean, I don't. I mean,
this is why you shouldn't go down this route, Sandman. You should just say we're specially created from God, and we're human.
No, I like it. It's fun.
That's why you should just jump to that.
Well, here's the thing. You probably should know to avoid this in the future. Classification is independent of evolution. Even if evolution is false, you're still an animal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Classification depends on character.
No one's going to convince me of it, so.
All it is a name that has a description attached to it, and you match the description.
Can I ask Sandman, why do you say no one is going to convince me about it?
Why? Because.
And like what do you mean when you say that?
Well, like I said earlier, there's no proof of what they say. So
No.
But when you by saying, first of all, by saying that, you're ruling out the possibility that there could be evidence that you haven't come across that would convince you.
And no one else has either. I understand what you're saying. No, I might, but there's no one out there who can prove it either.
But you're ruling out the future. Do you see what I'm saying? You're ruling out what you could learn, what we as humans could learn in the future. If we pretend that there actually aren't evidence, which there is so much, but let's pretend there isn't, or let's say there isn't. There are no evidence. You're ruling out the possibility that there could be.
Right.
So the reason, so why do you say that there cannot be? It's an impossibility. But on what grounds do you make that statement?
Well, because we don't see that. We've never did. And so
but
that's something I just don't believe in.
So you know I'm an atheist. I don't believe in a God.
Yeah.
But I'm not ruling it out. I'm not convinced. I have not seen any evidence of it. But I'm not going to say no one can show it. It can't be done. No one has seen it. Will never happen.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that. Because no one knows that. No one can say what we will find in the future. And I'm open to the possibility.
Oh no, I'm not. That door is shut.
Why? But why?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm wired that way. I guess I'm human.
That's not a good reason, though.
I think more animals think that way, and humans don't. I guess.
So humans or animals think in terms of way in the future?
Animals think?
No, animals don't rule out the possibilities. Humans do.
Why? You're just making these statements, but you it's like there really isn't. You're not giving any grounds for them.
Yeah, just like they can't give me grounds for what they say. I know.
Well, I think
Who are
people
they?
are giving you.
Whoever they are, whoever came up with these stories.
I think people are giving you that.
Who are these people, anyways? Who made up this whole concept?
My ex-wife, scientists that serve.
Has anyone landed on the moon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Well, I have the recording on an LP, but I won't send it to you because it's the only one I have, and it's from 1960, whatever year it was, 9 or something like that.
Okay. You believe they landed on the moon?
I know I wasn't there, but I know someone personally that had his own radio telescope that listened to them go to the moon.
You know, there are reflectors placed on the moon right now. You could actually go out and check and see that they are there.
Yeah.
Sandman, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Does your faith in God depend on whether or not humans are animals, whether we went to the moon, any of this stuff? It's like if you were to have your mind changed due to some evidence brought to you that you just really could not deny, would your faith change at all?
So if my faith would change if there was something that would prove what I believe wrong?
Yes, yeah, like with humans being animals, evolution, with the moon, whatever, space. I don't know your beliefs on space or anything like that. But would your faith in God change if you were given evidence and you saw that evidence and you were like, you know what? Would your faith in God, the current God you believe in, change at all?
I don't think so.
Have you seen God?
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Have you seen God? Hello? Oh, maybe he muted.
Oh yeah, he's muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. I wanted to blow his mind and tell him that I'm only 97% human.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah, it's okay.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. I was asking, have you seen God?
I have in different ways. Yeah, I did.
How? What do you mean by different ways?
Through his
Have you seen?
His divine miracles. Through divine miracles.
So you have not seen God?
You mean if you're referring to like the way I would see someone else, like
Yeah.
no, but I've seen it through his divine miracles.
Yeah, and we have seen evolution.
Oh, you have?
But
well,
yeah, by the exact same, actually more not tangible, more what's the word when you can touch something?
Tangible.
Oh, it is tangible.
Yeah,
I was right. Wait.
Yeah, you were right. You're right. Good one, Deviant. Good.
I want to hear more about these miracles that you've seen.
No, I don't want to talk about them.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you asked me, I answered that.
No, that's fair. I can ask you and you can refuse. That's fine.
Through divine miracles that I personally have seen, not only once, many times.
If my soul depends on it, would you tell me those miracles?
Yes, probably.
I currently no longer believe. I used to. I would like to. Would you be willing to share any of these miracles with me? I was a believer when I was growing up, fell away, went to college, gave all of the college life up, and followed Christ, baptized, all of that stuff. I'm no longer a believer. Would you be willing to share any of those things with me if I'm asking you because I want to believe, because my family does as well?
Good question. That's a good question. I'm going to have to ponder that, though.
You have to ponder someone that's telling you they want to believe in something.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean,
okay. That's fine.
I mean, I'm just trying to be
mine, but
trying to be honest.
Won't match his.
Is that no? But seriously, I'm being serious about it. No, not because.
What if I died tonight in my sleep, and you had the opportunity to right now?
That's not my responsibility. I mean, if you died in your sleep tonight, and there was a God and a hell, and
yeah, and I was reaching out to someone,
that would have not have been.
You were like, I have all these things to tell you, and you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna ponder over it. I go to sleep, and then I just never wake up.
I would have.
Sandman, do you really want to do like 20 more Hail Marys and tithe $5 more?
No, if Bond said to me, "I'm dying tonight. Could you baptize me, or could you?"
No. I've been baptized.
I can baptize you.
I was baptized, Sandman.
Everyone who's been baptized can baptize.
I gave up my sinful college fraternity life. But I'm no longer a believer. And if I'm asking you right now to give me some of those examples, and you refuse to, and then I go to sleep and I just never wake up.
Right. Would I feel bad about it?
Would you feel like you missed God's calling?
No.
Like he put me in your path. I'm literally right here.
Yeah.
You, and you're like, no. You wouldn't feel like you're just like whatever.
Not in this context, no.
Not. What do you mean by not in this context?
Well, not in the context we are in. Like,
what context are we in?
Well, we're on a chat. We're on a.
Well, it's 2024, 2025.
Yeah.
People communicate online.
Well, I mean, if someone was serious.
Am I not serious? Do you think I'm serious?
I don't think you're serious.
You don't think I'm serious? Okay.
But you can't blame me for not thinking that you're serious.
What have I said to you that has made you think I'm not serious?
I mean, I respect everyone's opinion.
No. Specifically,
I know your stance. I know your stance.
What's my stance? Tell me my stance. You know my stance. Tell me my stance.
I'm sensing a little agitation right now.
No, you said you know my stance. What's my stance? Tell me.
I've heard your stance in the past.
Well, if you've heard my stance, tell me. Go ahead.
No,
I'm going to mute.
I'd rather not get into it.
Why wouldn't you? I'm here. Sandman, I'm begging you. Why do you not tell me my stance? I've said it. You've heard my stance. Why can't you tell me?
Well, I think based on the past and what I've heard you say in other streams, not once, but many times, this confirms what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I mean, it's not.
And what is it that confirms what you're saying?
I mean, it's now you're asking me for details.
You're kind of trying to dodge things, Sandman.
No, I'm not trying to dodge.
Sandman.
I'm just not getting into details.
Okay, hold on, Sandman. I'm telling you right now, my family are believers.
I know you told me. You told me.
Okay, so I've told you. Okay, well, keep going then. Keep going.
What else? You have a niece, or you have a new niece. You're going to be an uncle. You're going to be an uncle, or
I'm going to be an uncle. I have been an uncle for the past almost 2 years, but
a new baby. Remember you were telling me about it?
Yeah. But uncle, being an uncle, and this other thing that I'm asking you is two completely different things, right? Damn. You're talking about the stance and their positions with God, right? Salvation, which you said you knew.
Which I know. What do I know? What do I know?
Sandman, do you actually know, or do you not know? If you don't know, that's fine. Just say
I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know. That's for sure. But I don't know what exactly.
So you don't know. So you don't know.
What are you trying to ask?
Okay, so would you like to say you don't know?
On what? On what exactly? I'm confused, Bon. I don't know where we are here in your questioning.
Okay.
I'm lost a bit. I'm staring at a gorilla on my screen. I don't know why, but
I used to have a gorilla back. It was pretty thick, pretty strong, but
gorilla
life happens and sometimes it disappears.
Silverback.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what was the question exactly? So
oh my goodness. Hey, Clockwork, how you doing?
So yeah.
I gave him a chance. Didn't take it. And now we're here.
Well, the fact that he believes we never landed on the moon tells me everything I need to know.
Hey, Clockwork, your volume is very low.
Your volume is perfect,
well,
Clockwork.
I mean, okay, I can crank it up if you want me to.
Speak with your chest, Clockwork. Come on now, be an alpha man.
I saw God, had a conversation with God. It was both terrifying and amazing.
You see?
Yeah. I only remember two parts of our I remember what was said, and then we had a conversation. I only remember two parts of the conversation, but they're golden parts.
Mm-hmm.
They're like forbidden wisdom kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
A little better,
but very, very quiet. It's not better at all.
Well, do you want me to yell at the mic? Because I can do that.
No,
yeah, yell at it. This full-blown face red.
The fact that Sandman believes
what? Can't hear you.
Moon
can't hear you.
Tells me all I need to know about what he believes.
We can't really hear you, Clockwork. There is something with your volume or your
you're
mic.
using Restream SO. You're not using StreamYard.
Clockwork, your volume is very low.
Well, maybe
you're not screaming loud enough.
Because I can't.
Maybe his gain is low.
Okay, I feel bad. I take too much glee in picking on Clockwork.
Maybe you just need to take some more testosterone pills or something. Testosterone shots.
So yeah, what did you say? What did he say about the moon? He says the fact that I don't believe that they landed on the moon says it all.
Well, I don't think we landed on the moon, but that's a different story. You know,
right? If they landed on the moon, how come no one else landed on the moon?
Well, several people has. We've not only been there once.
Steven's about to come at me. No, don't do it.
Many people have multiple times on different occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has any does the moon belong?
Picture. Look at that flag. It's a perfect picture of a flag and all that stuff. Yeah.
Have we? Has there been any other countries that have gone up there?
Humans, no, but yeah, other people have landed rovers with cameras and stuff.
Russia. The reason we landed on the moon was because Russia wanted to get there first, and we did.
Yeah, Russia wanted to get there first, and we said we made it first.
The first satellite in orbit, and it scared the shit out of us.
So educate me. Does the moon belong to you?
It's my job to teach you. You've got the whole information in the whole world at your fingertips.
Russia wanted to get there first. We said we made it there first, and then
yeah, Russia was trying to do stuff, yay communism, and then we opened our pants and flopped all over top of them.
Yeah. Or at least that's what we said we did.
We threw it on the table.
Right. And did Russia afterwards go to the moon?
No, they gave up.
They gave up.
Everyone else just happened to give up.
Because Soviet Union were in a state of decline, and they kind of had an issue with the financing, because it's fucking expensive to go to space. Sorry for the F word, but it's very expensive to go to space.
It's hard to do engineering when you're constantly murdering your engineers for not being communist enough.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Right.
It's kind of an issue.
Dustin's here.
One of these days we'll go to the moon, but
how's it going, Edie and Outcast?
Hi, how are you?
What's up, Dustin?
I'm okay. What's up? How you doing, Aiden?
Who?
Aiden's not here.
Aiden's not
here? That's fine. Where's Aiden?
Did you confuse
I thought Aiden was here earlier. No, I thought Aiden was here.
Oh,
okay. He was here earlier. I'm driving.
Aiden was never here, but
Aiden wasn't here earlier? I thought he was here earlier. Never mind.
No, he wasn't.
Cool. But when is Artemis 2 supposed to go around the moon? Is that next year?
It's already in orbit.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to come back, but yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to come back. I just can't remember what year it was.
Mm.
And I know Artemis 3 is like the year after that.
Have you seen the logistics behind the moon lander?
Which one?
There were several.
Assuming he means the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like
like the spaceship taking off again, right?
No.
Well, it more exploded on the bottom and then shot up off the moon.
It shot off.
Still there.
It shot up off, but there was somebody actually there to record it. Like,
have you ever heard of a remote control camera?
Yeah, if it's true what they say, like you can sell anything to anyone. You just market it right.
Yeah.
It's all CGI.
Like there's one book that's
all
been printed a lot.
It's
No, we didn't have anything like that back then. Stanley Kubrick did it. Stanley Kubrick did it. There you go.
Well, my stance is nobody landed on the moon, and that's it.
Well, you're hunting.
Why don't you think anyone has landed on the moon? I mean, are you aware that there's a space station
It's a scam.
Oh, okay. So that's how you and I are talking to each other now.
Yeah,
It's
they
a scam.
proved it. They proved it. They proved it through the actual footage that they were showing people.
Yeah, the lander had cameras on it. The whole lander didn't go back. They just shot the pod up. But anyway, I'm on this side. I'm on his side a little bit with the space station because that thing's barely in space.
Yeah, it's not even really. Yeah. It's going to fall out the sky before too long.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure comm satellites, a lot of comm satellites orbit higher than the space station.
Oh yeah, communication satellites, the Hubble telescope. Hell, the James Webb telescope is 1 million miles from Earth. It's beyond the orbit of the moon. Oh.
Oh, Sandman. Are you there? Are you there, Sandman? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I'm back. How you doing, Gigi?
Hi. How are you, man?
Not bad, bud. Not bad. I had one of my offers accepted.
Oh, that's good. Sandman.
Yes.
Would you ever go to the moon?
No, you can't go to the moon. The radiation.
Sorry, but yes, you.
The radiation up there is so.
The Van Allen belt is not as dangerous as you think it is.
All right. Well, believe whatever you want. That's all good.
Well, you can believe whatever you want, and I can
But
believe
I am.
that you're wrong, and you can believe that I'm wrong. Fair enough.
It's all good.
I mean, the U.S. needs to do something about their educational system because this is just.
Sandman,
I'm trying to remember, but I think you have to literally stay in the most irradiated part of it for hours and hours to get a lethal dose. If I remember correctly, I don't remember how many hours.
Just pass through it.
Yeah, you just shoot through it. You're not even in the whole thing for an hour.
Sandman, that movie comes out today. I'm going to see it next Saturday. Until Dawn.
Oh, is it Until Dawn? The one I was talking about?
Yeah. I think it's based on a video game.
You think so?
Yeah. Is that crazy?
Yeah. I might see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I did like a lot of things today. So probably tomorrow I got more time tomorrow. Chill out. Go see it. But I won't tell you. I won't tell you what it's all about since you're going to see it.
Dustin's back.
Dustin's driving, I think.
Deviant.
Okay, is Sandman an animal yet, or is he still just the human?
I'm a human. But I realize there's a few animals in here.
No, there's a lot of animals. Like everybody.
He's not only a human; he's also a cross-dresser.
Sandman, would you believe me if I told you I was only 97% human?
No, I wouldn't believe you.
And that you're probably only roughly 98% human?
Nope, wouldn't believe that either.
Well, I mean, there's these great DNA testing places.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't believe it.
What if you went to university and did the DNA test yourself?
Nope, wouldn't believe it.
Wouldn't believe your own eyes?
Nope. I don't buy into these theories. These theories to me are a joke. I've been having conversation with doctors, some of my clients who study, and scientists that I would have, and we'd have these. You should see the conversations we used to have. But
I mean, you can be a doctor in many things, but the question is it a relative field?
No, true. I mean, as a relative field to talk about whether, well, they believe the same thing. They believe in science, right? They're science-based people. Anything science tells them, they believe it. Like Pavlov's dogs, like a whistle. Woohoo! Whistle and the dogs
Well,
come.
if that's true, then they are not very good scientists.
Well, but that's what it is. They claim to be good scientists.
Yeah, but Deviant, you got to realize Sandman goes to a proctologist every time he has a heart condition.
That's hilarious.
Mic drop. Boom.
So he's comparing what we believe to Pavlov's dogs. We've just been conditioned to believe it.
Exactly. You're all been conditioned to believe. And there's conditioning going on as a matter of fact, every time you watch the news, you're being conditioned.
I don't watch the news.
Well, let's talk about those who do. Every time you open up your TV and you're listening to somebody, some documentary about something, it's to program you. It's to change your ideas and your beliefs.
But you're above it.
That conspiracy is great because just like a radio station, you can listen to whatever you want and you can watch whatever you want on TV. And you condition yourself.
No, but see, the interesting part here is that Sandman is saying, whenever you do this, you do that. It's all programming. The question is, does he include himself?
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
No.
Well, I'm calling it out. So how could I include myself?
And Sandman is the standard by which all others are measured.
Yeah, you're a higher being. You're a
remember, he's not an animal. He's a human.
Yeah.
Right. Remember that. Don't forget that part.
Don't forget that part. You know. And don't you dare accuse him of being a great ape.
Yeah. Silverback.
I love being a great ape. Maybe because people accuse me of being short. I'm not, for the record.
I just like having thumbs. That's all I got to say about it.
Look, if you didn't have that curve in the bottom of your spine, life would suck.
Yeah, that would.
Swanky.
Well, I mean, having opposable thumbs is cool and all, but raccoons have opposable thumbs, and so do possums. That doesn't make us special. Huh?
Yeah, but they haven't learned how to shoot a gun yet, so let's just hope they don't.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. If they
well, are you sure about that?
Have you seen an angry possum?
Quite a few of the possum and raccoon both, and neither one have shot back yet.
Well, here, I mean, let's just say we put you in a room with 100 raccoons that are very nice, right? They're nice raccoons.
There's no such thing.
Right? They won't attack. Well, the key thing is they won't attack you, but we give them a gun. Do you feel safe staying in that room?
No, because we all know guns kill. It's not the person behind the gun that kills. It's the gun itself that actually shoots people.
Jesus.
I think raccoons like to press buttons.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but we wouldn't want them to shoot themselves. It's okay to shoot the humans. We know how to fix ourselves sometimes. Raccoons are screwed.
Yeah, they'd probably shoot themselves for sure.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I found it. Taking the hour trip through the Van Allen belt, gives you about 13 rads if you are unprotected. You need 100 rads before you even feel nauseated.
Oh, there you go.
Are we talking about the radiation belt?
Yeah.
Space travel is impossible.
Yeah, you need about 500 rads before about half the people die.
Right.
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Anywhere near enough to kill you.
Who told you that?
All of science, all of the smartest people.
All of the science, right? All of the science.
The ones created by Jesus.
But once again, I've got to correct you all. Sandman is special. He is a human. We're animals.
Right. You guys are forgetting this very.
Oh, I'm trying to help them out, Sandman. They just don't understand. You know how us animals are.
I don't know. I just can't figure it out.
I I wonder, sure, he might be a human, but is he a människa?
No, he's a human, but not a Homo sapien.
No. Is he a
Homo sapiens are
human
animals.
or is he a människa?
He's gonna pull a Ray Comfort. Don't you call me a homo?
No, that doesn't mean homo.
Is that like cross-dresser in Swedish?
No, it means human in Swedish.
No.
Oh, and he's gonna pull another Ray Comfort. Hey, God made the banana perfect. It fits in your hand. You can stick it up
does.
your butt. Yeah.
And deep throat it,
didn't
yeah,
have
just
to-
like
we-
this.
Yeah, we didn't have to breed them to be that way without.
No.
No, that didn't.
I think humans are just being ridiculous. Why not just eat the seeds and forget about God making the perfect banana for us, as God intended.
I did.
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So you guys are animals. You believe you landed on the moon as animals.
I don't believe it. I know it. I was there.
But you never saw the Planet of the Apes.
I have. I don't say I haven't. I've seen
God.
the new and the old.
I saw
Charlton Heston. Thank you
Is
very
that a
much.
Documentary was Planet of the Apes a documentary? Was Interstellar? Was Star Wars? Is Star Trek a documentary? No, they're not. They're fantasy.
They're
Jesus.
fantasy?
Yes.
Well, aren't they
fantasy,
based?
just
Aren't they
like-
based? Hold on. Planet of the Apes. Don't you think it's based on what you believe a little bit?
No, it was based
No.
on a dude that wrote a book.
Right, based on the.
You do,
Hold
you
up.
do that.
He's saying the apes evolved clockwork.
Saying that
He's
it's
not
in a book
understanding.
doesn't make it real. You do know that.
It's
Yeah,
not-
obviously. No, what I'm
Okay.
saying is they take from real life.
Just
They
like
take from-
Stand actually happened. Just like Carrie actually happened. Just like let me name some other ones. Hellraiser
Carrie?
is a real thing.
Carrie,
Hellraiser
did you
is a
see
real thing.
Carrie?
Find the box, you're in danger.
I dated a Carrie, I'm sure. Her head
No.
spun around and
Oh shit!
yeah.
I dated an exorcist chick.
You guys believe in UFOs too?
No.
Have they sold you on that too?
But UFOs are aliens.
Have they sold you on that too?
I don't.
Who has
This
sold
man-
I
it?
believe in
by any
UFOs.
means,
There's
we
plenty of
don't
things
have-
in the sky we don't know.
You know, beep 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 beep.
Yeah, you can't tell
beep.
me this whole universe and universes, were created, and we're the only ones lucky enough to
Beep, beep, beep.
sprout life.
This is a 6:00 emergency broadcast. We've spotted aliens.
We've been through the War of the
aliens.
Worlds scenario back in the 30s. Okay, so
I typically don't fall for conspiracy theories because they are very easily debunked.
right.
Who in here?
Sandman has 100% proof that there are no aliens flying around because of the Van Allen belts.
So
Sandman could be proof that there really is an intelligent life on Earth. Just saying. Sorry, Sandman, but
Everybody, who's this guy in the bottom?
Truth Earth.
who's that?
I don't know. I can't see it.
Oh, it's Howie.
No clue.
How you doing, Howie? How you doing?
how you doing?
Brother Pack!
I knew it was Brother Pike. I knew it.
Pike!
No.
I got the
Everybody's
book.
Pike.
I got the book. Yeah.
But she wanted the Swedish
Hey,
version.
check it out.
And I did not have to pay for it.
What the?
I know.
How's that?
I have no idea.
See, that's how you know that everything in the book is true.
Watch, they got to give it away.
Just saying.
Is
I
there a
love the
giveaway?
dedication.
Hmm. So yeah. So you guys believe in UFOs?
I believe the
No,
possibility.
I
but not
don't.
now, in the future.
I will say UFOs, yes. Aliens, unknown.
What drives the UFOs?
Well, I mean, there are things that are just
Motivation.
planes that are UFOs.
Well, after,
They thought the-
yeah, it's probably
Well,
not a human. It's probably not an animal because
This
aliens we
what
don't
was
know
that,
what are.
the B-2 stealth bomber. Every time that flew over at night, oh, a UFO. Yeah.
right. So you guys believe in UFOs or not?
Yeah, I
An
believe there are
identified
things in the
flying
skies
object?
that
Yeah.
people have not identified. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we thoroughly shown that you cannot say you guys
You guys.
this or this.
Guys.
We have very differing ideas here.
Okay, let's start one at a time. Christian, you believe in UFOs?
Well, I mean, that's kind of a tricky question. Like, I believe there are flying objects that
Park,
are
just tell them the truth.
unidentified.
You got to contact the mother.
How can that be a tricky question? Do you
Well,
believe in
because
them?
a lot of times when somebody says UFOs, like they're saying, do you believe that we've seen things that are extraterrestrial? But the term UFO only means flying object that we haven't identified. And of course, I believe in those. But no, I do not believe that any of them are from other planets.
After we got done contacting the mother, Skippy says this.
Well, that's what they want you to think,
Right.
The answer you're looking for, Sandman, is no, I don't.
Right. Anyway, Deviant?
Fair enough.
Deviant? Do you believe in UFOs?
I
Unidentified.
I would kind of second what Pike said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't rule out the possibility that there could be life in space. I mean, on other planets. I think that is more probable than not, but I do not think that they. There is nothing. I don't see anything to indicate that they would be higher of any higher intelligence, having reached further on the evolutionary scale, so to speak.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think that sums it up.
Okay.
I don't believe there's intelligent life anywhere else, but to be fair, I don't think there's much here either.
Well, that is true.
Proof of that.
Are you proof of that? What did you say?
Those
I'm
Martians
proof
are
of
probably
nothing
my
and
cousins.
everything.
Hey, Christian, did you know you're an ape?
This is what I've been told.
They've
informed me.
All right, Hex, you believe in UFOs?
Yeah, I was saying what they said before. I think there
unidentified
that we haven't identified.
You can't just use my answer though.
I said it before you even got
my
in
answer.
Yeah.
The heck?
Yeah.
What's going on here? There's some
would you be
copyright.
surprised to find out that there are apes in the sky?
Apes in the space.
See, it was. See, that's what Lucy in the Sky is about. Apes in the sky.
You think?
And Lucy.
That's funny.
Yes, love Lucy.
Like, it's just that we're all being a little pedantic here, right? If we went outside at nighttime, Sandman, and I threw a rock into the air and I said, "Look, Sandman, what's that?" And you go, "I'm not sure." That would be a UFO.
Oh, I saw a UFO once actually in Loganville. For real, I actually did.
I've seen one too until I looked it up and it turned on the internet and it said it was a weather balloon.
Mine was
but it was unidentified until I did that.
Yeah.
No, I saw like a whole formation. Like it was I'm sure it was like a military thing, but I didn't know,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you think the government's got things going on that you guys just don't know, or we don't know?
I definitely think all that New Jersey stuff was the government.
Right, but how were they selling it as?
They just kind of stayed hush hush about it. I think it's just probably them testing some kind of technology, and they just let the public think whatever they want. They've been doing that for decades.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the more they let the public, go wild with it, the better of a cover-up it is.
Or it'll fit a narrative later on. For example, there was a spaceship that came down and blew up the grid. It was the spaceship. It was the aliens.
Which grid?
Unidentified object lasered beam down into the grid of Georgia. And now half of Georgia's got no power.
Don't do Georgia like that.
The power grid.
Not in your area. Georgia? No. That was in your...
Start singing that old song. The night the lights went out in Georgia.
The night that the lights went out in Georgia.
Who sang that part?
We should send the Catholics after him.
Would you believe that story?
Well, whoever it was, let them sing it.
Yeah.
Well, I would need.
Yeah.
I would need something more than just man with suit on camera saying it was aliens.
It was unidentified object. They caught it from distant cameras, like the sky cameras that they have, or on top of buildings. And if you look here in the distance, like you see the shot, you see it, see that beam of blue light, poop, and the explosion. Would you buy that, or would you say that could have been our government doing that?
Well, I'd be willing to buy that there might have been some sort of weapon used.
Okay.
But I would still probably need more to go leap further and go aliens.
Okay.
Like that would just be a weird thing for aliens to do. Like if they're going to come all the way here from wherever they are and be aggressive and only do that, that would make sense.
Right, but again, what's driving these spaceships? What these unidentified crafts? What's
spaceships?
What are they?
Planes, meteorites, swamp gas reflecting the light from Venus.
Yep, that's the standard answer.
Is that the standard answer?
It is. I was in the military for 8 years. I heard all that shit.
You guys don't know nothing in the military. You think you do. You don't.
Oh.
You don't know. You don't know half.
Hey, look, we don't build nuclear weapons and tanks and better guns.
No,
like
brother. No.
We don't know.
I'm not saying you as a soldier know whatever it is that you as a soldier should know. No, everything else is classified. It's not.
Most of the stuff I know is still classified.
Exactly.
You can't be suggesting it's aliens because of the Van Allen belts.
Were you there?
Bet y'all can't guess what I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Christian knows.
I know. Well, you're not going to guess what I know. That's for sure.
Did you move yet? No, not yet.
Yeah, I'm in the apartment right now.
No. Did you not paint?
I've been in this apartment for a week now. Almost.
Was it painted already?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
What? When did you move?
America.
You haven't moved.
Here they don't. They just say, "Well."
I did too move. Yes, I did.
Why?
Well, the other house I think they were worshiping Moloch over there. I'm not sure.
Well, fair.
We just kept finding bones and things.
It's a nice place you got.
That reminds me. I have a proposal as sort of a peace treaty between the people that want abortions and don't want abortions. Let's say we let people have abortions, but there has to be a statue of Moloch and the baby is sacrificed to it. That way fewer people will want to have abortions.
Yeah, because everyone wants an abortion at the
That's your compromise?
Yeah, I mean, it would reduce abortions.
Yeah, because as we all know, abortions, that's something that you just do on a whim.
Yeah. I mean, do you think an atheist is going to be willing to sacrifice even a baby they don't want to a god? They wouldn't be an atheist anymore. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have an issue with it, but that wouldn't be a reason for me to abort or not abort.
It was a joke.
I know. I know.
Deviant, are you scared of death?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no point in that. The only thing to be scared of is maybe how you die.
Exactly. I'm way more scared that someone I love dies.
Okay.
Burger Pike.
God, Tammy started running the steam cleaner. It's so loud.
Hi, Burger Pike. How are you, little guy?
I'm good.
That's good.
So, freaking 10 o'clock at night. She's like, steam cleaner.
You guys didn't put your stuff away yet? Like,
we're like in the middle of it. Like we got like some stuff over here. And we got to get the rest out this weekend. That kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, we like it. Nice. It's like new and clean, and all the stuff works.
Nice. Yeah, it's a nice
Plus,
place.
there's upstairs, so I can banish the kids.
So we we have a cupboard in our new apartment that
For the kids?
It's locked.
For the kids.
It's for the kids. We don't have kids.
I like it.
But if we were to by some miracle, that's where people usually store them. So
it's like store babies and take them out when you need them.
Cupboards are for the kids. Yeah. When you get a place, you gotta have
rotate the
someone to
tires,
manage the
change the
kids.
oil, and put it back in the cupboard and lock it up.
Yep.
Don't let her lie. That's from Mr. Soot when he's in trouble.
Do you own any dolls, Deviant?
Dolls?
Of the voodoo variety? What?
Porcelain or of the voodoo? No, not the voodoo.
Not voodoo.
No, just like decor, like, you know, they're either on a shelf or standing up next to a bookcase.
Not really like a doll. I have like statuettes,
Right.
and I do have my teddy bear that I got when I was 2. I still have that one.
You don't have like an Annabelle?
Hey, what's the name of that evil doll they made that movie about?
Chucky.
Annabelle? Annabelle.
Annabelle. Yeah, that's.
I was thinking of Chucky.
You know what?
That's what I was just asking. You know, like an Annabelle. You know.
Do you know what Annabelle looked like in real life? A Raggedy Ann doll.
All right.
Yeah, it
the
wasn't
first
some
one.
creepy. It wasn't
Yeah.
some creepy crack porcelain doll. It was a Raggedy Ann doll. Look it up.
Oh, you know the real Annabelle is actually Raggedy Ann doll.
Well, there were 2.
But I think it had a bigger head.
She didn't want to be
crazy.
alone. So,
Yeah. Now, is it true that, you know, the devil used the doll as a
conduit?
as a conduit to communicate to the animals, or I don't know.
You
Funny
know,
how you
this,
never asked me about it.
what I don't get, I could buy maybe that there's like a god, right? What I don't buy is that we're immortal, he's immortal. There's an infinite time in which for us to be because we're immortal, and he gives a shit about this infinitely tiny amount of space time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that doesn't. That's like, like there's so much more to worry about. Why are you worried about this? Comparatively so small, you couldn't even quantify it.
Not to mention, why do you care about what kind of clothes I wear, how I wear my hair, who I love?
You have short hair, right, Deviant?
Because you're a woman.
Yeah, it's very grown out at the moment, but I do. I have a pixie cut usually.
Right. When you say grown out, I mean it's not touching your shoulders, right?
It actually is.
It's right at your shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, because I cut my own hair, and I have been living with soot, and there hasn't been I haven't had a mirror that I could have cut my hair properly. Now that we are in the new apartment, I can do it again, but I'm thinking about maybe holding off. It's really annoying because it's just everywhere, but I'm thinking of holding it off because of the wedding this summer. I have a friend who's a hairdresser. She lives in the other part of the country.
Okay. So you're thinking of maybe tying it up, doing a little chignon with it or something?
So she's a really high-end hairdresser, my friend, and either way so I have very Scandinavian hair, which means I have very thin hairs, so I don't think she could do very much with it, but it would give her free range to cut my hair exactly like a professional. Because as I said, I cut my own hair, and it's just I'm not a professional hairdresser.
Okay.
So it would just be easier for her.
Easy, sleazy. Easy. Jack, you're such a dickhead.
What happened to Bond? Did he leave? Yeah, he left.
He ran away.
He pooped out.
Yeah, I'm about to here shortly. I got to meet somebody in about 10 minutes or 15.
But this is your show.
I know, that's what sucks.
I know.
Besides, Gigi probably about ready for bed anyway, I would bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to shut down now then, Gigi, or wait till about 10 o'clock? It's up to you either way. It doesn't matter to me.
We can shut down now if you want.
Okay, you sound tired even.
Thank you. Miss Outcast, you know the Pope passed away?
Yeah. I heard it was on Saturday or
Monday.
Oh, right.
Oh, wait, for the Catholic in the room, was he the last pope, or was he illegitimate, so the next pope is the last pope?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think anyone is supposed to be the last pope according to Catholicism.
Right? Isn't it just until the end comes, or
no? There's that Catholic prophecy that isn't held to by all Catholics.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm clueless. I never heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah, the last pope is supposed to be Peter the Roman, according to him.
Miss Outcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing shows on Fridays and Sundays now. Just those two.
Okay. Do you have a set time?
Tomorrow I'm doing at 3 and Sundays at 1:30. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. I've been wondering where you have been. Also, I don't know. There's something maybe with the with YouTube, because for a couple of days none of the channels I'm subscribed to were putting up new content. And then yesterday it popped up a bunch of them, but I was actually wondering. That's good. So tomorrow, Friday and Sunday.
Yeah. You know, Bruce sprung a friend yesterday.
He's going what?
He brought a friend yesterday. He was a pretty nice guy.
Oh.
Even told Bruce pretty much to shut up.
Oh, that's true. He brought his friend on, then his friend told him shut up.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh, Miss Outcast, do you remember Nick Shunk?
Yeah, of course.
He came on last night.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love Nick. Him and Julie, they are really great people.
Yeah, it was crazy. He came on. I clipped the part when I went to that part. It's on my channel. You ever want? It's Sandman and Bruce and a friend show.
I'm gonna look at that after we have shut down here. That's awesome.
Crazy.
I'm glad to hear Bruce has a friend. I mean,
You guys want to hear something stupid?
What?
Noelle just called me from upstairs. She's like, "Dad." I said, "What?" She goes, "I know what kind of dog God has." I was like, "What kind?" She said, "A Saint Bernard."
Saint Bernard.
So that's done.
She's already got a better sense of humor than you. That's good. I was worried about that.
The bar's pretty low.
And I hope they got Tammy's brains. They'll be fine. Don't worry about the physical deformities they get from their dad.
That just made me sad.
Yeah, were they all born with flannel shirts too?
They were, actually.
Okay.
If I die and there is a heaven and I find out God is not a dog person, we're gonna have a fight.
I hate dogs except for like I met 3 of them I think that I like.
But you have a dog.
Oh, a dog.
Those are
I've
called
seen you
kids.
with a dog.
Those are kids, not
Oh,
the
you know what's
humans.
stupid? Like
That
we
was
got the
fun.
lease. Look, we got the lease for this new apartment, and it's like no dogs, no pets, no dogs, no dogs, and the whole lease is just like they'll kill you if you have dogs. We move in, it's more dogs at this apartment complex than the freaking kennel.
Really?
Yes, it's ridiculous. Can't hear my neighbors over the barking.
Are you going to call them and ask them about that, or
No, I just think it's funny.
you're not going to
Like,
call and ask? I
The
mean,
lease is so exaggerated. They're just like, no dogs, no dogs.
so it's specific to your apartment, I
It's
guess.
specific to me, I think. I don't know.
I get maybe they're
I
trying
think
to
they
like
rewrote the lease
slowly.
with me in mind.
Maybe they're like slowly as people leave, like they'll just keep doing that.
It's got to be that, yeah. But there is no dog smell at all in this apartment, so either they did a good job of cleaning it up, or they've been enforcing that.
Or you lost a sense of smell.
It could be that.
That could be.
That usually happens. We see that with smokers, like they like if like a heavy smoker. When
Yeah,
you see
it's
them,
gonna.
they smell, right? And you're like, you
Yeah.
smell like cigarettes, and they're like, wait.
The only thing I smoke is fools on the b-ball court, Sandman.
Yeah, and you can't jump, so I know you're not on the ball court.
And crack, yeah. So
he thinks he's actually playing the game when he watches. Sorry, guys. Don't get excited. He's not very athletic.
I wouldn't even know how to watch it.
You're so non-athletic that you don't even know how to watch sports.
I literally don't even know how to watch
street
sports.
preaching at the ball game with right next to Timmy Tears.
That's wrong. You're wrong for that.
That is funny. What is C-Cells saying here? Did you clip Daniel and Sandman making up? Well, we didn't really make up. We're just okay.
You guys are Team Orthodox. What the heck?
Right. It was never an issue. I think it was more Daniel than me, I think, obviously.
I think that's usually how arguments go.
You know what I mean? So it's like, for sure.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm kind of convinced that he was wrong and I was right.
Carp hasn't won an argument since he's been married, so, you know.
Look, I'll tell you what I heard an old timer say one time, Azzo. He said, well, me and my wife been married 50 years, and when we first got married, we had an agreement. I make all the big decisions, and she makes all the little decisions. And he said, wouldn't you know it, 50 years, we ain't had a big decision.
That's good. That's a good one.
Maybe I should make an agreement with Soot. No, he's too sweet.
Yeah, you got to.
Don't push it, Dio.
You with somebody?
Pancakes in Sweden land over there.
Deviant, you found someone?
Yeah.
Don't sound shocked.
I'm
engaged.
An
animal. It's a human.
No, because I heard you say like you're not even interested in that, like at some point. But okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm. So, Soot and I have been together for a year. We got engaged in November. And are getting married this summer. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then they're becoming Orthodox.
And that's my next question. Are you becoming Orthodox after that?
I don't know. I have to check my calendar.
Okay.
Old calendar or new? Because I heard that's an issue.
Old calendar or new?
Make sure it's the old calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, I listen, Sandman, believe it or not.
Can you sit down or do you have to stand up?
You know how we say, the first 1,000 years, every debate you'll hear everyone always talk about, well, that was never believed in the first 1,000 years. That was never practiced in the first 1,000 years. That was never, never an issue in the first 1,000 years or whatever. They always relate it back to the first 1,000 years. And the calendar.
So just skip the first 1,000 years.
Those were the good old years, if you ask me.
Yeah, those exactly.
Yeah, they were so drunk they can't remember the first 1,000.
I think we should scratch them.
Scratch them?
Yeah, I mean...
What's 1,000 years for
you? Exactly.
1,000 years, scratch 1,000 years.
I mean, what's 1,000 years compared to eternity, people? Come on.
There you go. Hazel's got the answers.
I'm a wise atheist.
Oh, speaking of anniversaries, me and Tammy just had our 14th.
Oh, congratulations.
Did you have to remind her?
We old. Actually, I'm old. She still looks the same.
Yeah. You guys have a big age gap?
But if you think you look old now...
I was thinking about leaving. I was thinking about...
If you think you look old now, what were you?
I was thinking about leaving her
married?
and just... Time to call it quits, Azzo. You know what I mean? 14 years is a good enough run. She said...
When me and her talked, she said she was thinking about just trading you in on 2 20-year-olds. I said, you really don't want to do that.
It's been how long?
Maybe I want a 25-year-old and a 15-year-old, so at least you can train the 15-year-old and then have hopes of becoming.
You know how you order like women flowers? Like, a guy comes to the door, hey, are you Tammy? These are for you. So for our anniversary, I opened the door. They were like, are you Christian Pike? And I said, yeah, this paperwork's for you.
That's horrible.
And you survived 14 years. That's amazing.
Well, mostly hiding,
And there's been no big decisions, so things have been working out.
No big decisions.
I mean, you have 25 kids, but...
Yeah, but
don't tell Tammy that she's leaving.
Not until I come home.
They're like rabbits down there in Georgia.
Look, it's so expensive to go through a drive-thru when you have a bunch of kids. Like, when you're a kid, you like go through Taco Bell and spend $9, but the days of $9 are over. Like, if we just go through a drive-thru, it's like $60 now. It's retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Things are just 35% more expensive. Rent.
My kids are bougie too. They want the lobster.
Oh.
In the drive-thru.
And tell them what the creek and look for crawdads. That's the only lobster you're getting, kids.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Crawfish etouffee is like my favorite dish.
Ew. I can't.
You don't like crawfish etouffee?
No.
I don't that's the reason you don't believe in God right there.
Exactly. I ain't sucking nobody's head and thinking it's good. Ew.
I love crawfish.
That's why she's about to get converted.
Yeah, the orthodoxy, remember? She's over there in Sweden. Sandman beat you to it.
Hey, that's still Christianity. I'll take it.
Not according to the Catholics. No.
Brother Pike, talk about blowing back their chicken strip stuff.
Who's chicken what? The what now?
They're like chicken nuggets. They bung them back.
Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't eating no chicken nugget at Taco Bell. That sounds sacrilegious.
No, they were founded on nuggets. What do you think they were? Mexican food or something?
That's a strange idea. Chicken nuggets at Taco Bell.
Hey, hot dogs are coming next week. Get ready.
Dude, I got Varsity. I know you probably don't know what the Varsity is, but it's like what fast food was in the 1950s. Like, you go through there, you get like a frosted shake thing, you get chili cheese dogs, chili cheese hamburgers, onion rings. There's like no black people allowed. No, I'm just kidding.
He's kind of kidding. Yeah, back in my day, we went to Just Right. Got their version of the McDonald's, and they were like $1. Of course, that was a lot of money back then.
Combos are so high now; it's so ridiculous. Like, I went through Whataburger. Like, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but I went through Whataburger and I was like, look, all I want is a double cheeseburger and a Sprite. I don't even want the combo. Keep the fries. They were like, that's $15. I was like, for a sandwich and a Sprite though? $15?
And then at that moment, you realize you sound like your grandfather, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, back in my day.
Back in my days, we used to do
through the snow both directions.
Both ways.
Damn kids today got it easy.
We used to break our arm, then break our other arm.
And rub dirt on, walked it off. That's the way it was.
I like that one scene on this. I don't know if you guys ever watched The Sopranos when you were younger, but they had that one scene where Christopher was acting stupid and he